Get a glimpse of the fake Apple Store. Somebody is already in line for the iPhone 5. Eric Schmidt of Google tells Apple where they can stuff it, and Comic-Con movies come to your iOS device today on App Judgment.
This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by T-Mobile.
Welcome to App Judgment, your source for mobile application news and reviews. I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Jackie Talbot. And a little later, Mauricio and I will be taking a look at the new iOS games for both Cowboys and Aliens and Captain America, both getting the royal treatment this weekend at Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, huge.
Yeah, everyone's there. I'm not.
Nope. We are the only two people in the office not at Comic-Con, I think. Prager's there, Ron's there. We're going to be checking in with him later on this week. Yeah.
Yes, we are. So I hope you guys are having fun.
Enjoy it, guys. Well, we're here.
Comic-Con is stupid.
Moving on. Let's take a look at the top mobile app and hardware news you clicked on at twitter.com/appjudgment. Follow us there to influence what we talk about here. First up, Executive Chairman of Google, Eric Schmidt, has some harsh words for his competitor. He says, quote, "We have seen an explosion of Android devices entering the market, and because of our successes, competitors are responding with lawsuits as they cannot respond through innovations. I am not too worried about this."
Oh, man.
Come at me, bro.
Them is some ballsy things to say.
Well, it's interesting because this is such a common practice in the industry, right?
As he mentions, it's all part of the fun.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you've got HTC that has a lawsuit against Apple, Apple countersuing against HTC, Samsung and HTC, I think, have a thing going right now. It's all a mess. And basically what everybody's trying to do is whoever wins these battles winds up owning the patents.
Right, more money.
And then they get the money for whatever the patent is.
For everything, right.
And what he's saying is Google cannot be fronted on or flexed on.
Because apparently all these people have is just to have lawsuits and not come up with the next new idea, so.
Yeah.
All right, well, next up, the New York Times had a great article on the rise of the fake Apple Store. We all know about the knockoff market for iDevices made in China. Mao even unboxed one he purchased in China over at Unboxing Porn. But the black market is getting pretty elaborate, opening fake Apple stores in China, fake geniuses and all. So basically there's these fake Apple stores which carry apparently real Apple devices.
Right, but nobody knows where these real Apple devices come from.
They just, you know, come and they're in the store and the employees think that they're working at a legit Apple store. Yeah,
the blog was written by a woman who lives in China.
Right.
Left, came back, was walking around her neighborhood and was like, "Oh, we have an Apple store now?"
Huh,
and she said it was so hard to tell the difference between the real and the fake one. Like the first half of the time she was there, she thought she was in a real Apple store. And the employees think that they work directly for Apple as well.
That's awesome.
Things are getting shady over there, man.
I love it.
Steve Jobs opened some more stores over there. They have two, but you know, I mean, looks like there's demand for more.
Apparently.
Speaking of Apple stores, this guy has been camped outside a London Apple store in anticipation of a new iDevice. Not the new Air, not the new Mac Mini. He's waiting for the iPhone 5.
Which isn't even coming out for months.
Right. It's rumored to come out in September, obviously, but nobody really knows. I mean, the whole thing is, okay, this guy is a marketing manager for a company.
He has an app, yeah.
So basically, he used his skills in PR to get $65,000 worth of sponsorship and product to wait outside this Apple store for the iPhone.
They gave him a Chevy, a brand new Chevy.
Yep.
And just,
it's all a big cash grab by this guy.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, way to go.
Have fun with that.
Work the system.
Wait in line.
You do have to live in a tent for 2 months, though. So.
But you get a lot of free stuff that you can then give away if you feel like it's reusable, which it probably won't be.
Right.
Anyways, Mao and I are going to take a look at a couple new iOS games spinning off the Comic-Con blockbusters, Cowboys and Aliens, and Captain America. More bad movie tie-ins? You might be surprised.
And you might not. But first, let's take a look at this week's Battle of the Apps with Annie Gauss.
What's up, AJ Army? It's Annie Gauss here, and it's time for another Battle of the Apps, where we let the people decide which free games you should immediately download and which you should completely ignore. But first, let's look at last week's results. For iOS users, Tiny Tower was the clear winner over Happy Theme Park. And our good friend Harrison Wade points out that his tower is actually not so tiny anymore because this game is so addictive. Android users were a bit more finicky with the free games, though. We asked if you guys like Aliens Invader or Grave Defense HD, and as it turns out, according to our highly professional study, you don't like either. Tough crowd. This week, we compare Missile Defender and Lane Splitter for Android, both free, of course, and for iOS, Dark Runner and BMX free. It looks like stick figures are the new flying birds in the App Store, but are either of them any good? Let us know on our Facebook page at facebook.com/appjudgment to share your thoughts, vote, suggest apps for us to review, chat with the hosts, or just silently creep on our photos. That's cool too.
Hey, Mauricio here, and we're going to be chatting about Comic-Con blockbuster movie apps in a bit. But first, we want to show you our little G Slates here.
These are awesome. They are really good tablets, and they actually do 3D, as you can.
I'm wearing glasses because they actually do 3D.
Yeah, you can record right in 3D, and you can actually see it.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty good.
T-Mobile's great selection of tablets, laptop sticks, and their new mobile hotspot gives you the freedom to stay connected with high-speed internet on the go. Affordable high-speed internet when and where you want without overages. Mobile broadband data plans start at $29.99 per month, and current T-Mobile voice customers save an extra 20%.
Nice. The G Slate with Google is T-Mobile's first 4G Android tablet and allows you to take your HD entertainment anywhere. Stay connected at blazing fast speeds when and where you want because there's no Wi-Fi needed. Immerse yourself in the entertainment you love, download apps, play games, stream video, and check your favorite websites.
That's right. T-Mobile provides mobile broadband services that allow on-the-go, wireless, high-speed internet through your choice of portable devices. And speaking of mobile devices, it's time for some Snap judgments.
Earlier this week, we released Snap, our quick peek at new mobile apps, and as we promised, here are our judgments. Mauricio brought Magnetic Baby to the table, a quirky, gravity-defying game, and he says download. Stephanie Chu brought you Shapeshift, a new take on Bejeweled-type gameplay. She also says download. Annie Gauss brought you both Captain America's Sentinel of Liberty and Cowboys and Aliens Absolute Training Grounds, and we're going to take an extended look at both.
That's right. Cowboys and Aliens and Captain America are getting premiered at Comic-Con this weekend, and the marketing monsters rolled out 2 iOS games to complement each other.
Very nice.
One for each.
That's
and
right.
Starting off with Cowboys and
Cowboys
Aliens.
And Aliens, Absolute Training Grounds. So basically this game is target practice.
Yeah.
You get a lot of guns to shoot a lot of targets. And that's about it.
That's it. You liked it.
I liked it. I mean, I'll play anything that I can shoot people's heads with. So any kind of FPS.
You're shooting targets and
like
little
people.
wood. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. But I was fine with it. It does what I want to do as far as just aiming and shooting, and I don't really care for a lot of depth in mobile games to begin with, so I was a fan of it.
It is casual, and that's
absolutely
fine.
Casual, and it's free, so you don't really feel like it's a huge investment. So
that's
I thought it was
some of our pros and cons here. Yeah, it is free. You get achievements. You get plenty of weapons.
Every time you finish a round, you get like 3 new weapons. Then you can equip a primary and a secondary. So I like to, obviously change it up. But I thought it was cool.
Yeah. We do have some cons though. We've got the really long load times, basically.
It takes forever to load, and
very conveniently, because the load screen says, watch this movie coming
releasing
out. Release
July
date.
29th.
Yeah.
So it is, it's a lot of ads during your waiting.
Exactly, and as we mentioned, difficult, imprecise controls.
Right, yes.
Yeah. On the other corner, we have Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty.
Right.
I had a blast with this.
It looks good.
Yeah.
You can slide around and swipe around.
You can jump and slide, and it's a very, very, very familiar game. We'll talk about that in a sec, but some pros and cons here. It is a fun, casual game.
It is. It was fun.
Yeah, and it feels less like an ad to me.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, Captain America's a movie coming out, but you don't ever think about the movie itself, or that you're, trying to be enticed to go watch it.
Yeah.
It just reminds you.
I think it's a better tie-in with the movie.
I think so too. It's a better, accompanies it better.
Yeah. We do have one con, and it's a major con. It is $5. It is very, very expensive.
Yeah.
And worst of all for me, this game basically is Mirror's Edge, which came out a while ago.
Yes.
It's the same kind of game. I don't want to say that they're ripping off Mirror's Edge, because lots of games rip each other off. It's totally fine. But it's $5 for this versus 99 cents for Mirror's Edge, which is an infinitely better game.
Right. So you pay $4 more to get the Captain America shield.
So if you want to play as Mirror's Edge as Captain America and you're willing to pay $5, go for it by all means. Otherwise, I mean, okay, so our judgment basically.
Right, so our judgment for Cowboys and Aliens is download because it's free.
Yeah.
Our judgment for Captain America Sentinel of Liberty, we have to say don't download.
Don't do it unless you're a hardcore Captain America fan.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Let us know what you think about these games via AppJudgment on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and of course Revision 3, and let us know what games you'd like us to review.
I'm Jackie Talbot.
I'm Mauricio Balvanera, and we'll see you next week.